What's good everyone, my name is Chefkoch and I welcome you to the 5th episode of Underground Rap Around the World. Today I want to introduce you to the underground scene from Belgium so that you can expand your musical knowledge and get tapped into the new wave. The country already has a very established mainstream rap scene with artists like Damso, Amza or Dina Ayada, and what's special about Belgium is that the country has two main languages, French, which is mostly spoken in the region Wallonia, and Flemish, which is similar to Dutch and mostly spoken in the region Flanders. Therefore, the Belgian artists can regularly collab with rappers from France or the Netherlands, giving them a big advantage in the European rap scene since they can have many international connections. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you want to see more from this series, and big shout out to Swalker who helped making this video. With that being said, let's start this episode with Floor 5K. Floor 5K is a rapper from Flanders, so he raps in Dutch, and his first public songs trace back to 2020 on SoundCloud. Back then he was rapping over pluggnb and plug instrumentals and collaborating with quite a few Dutch underground artists like Hiltje or Big Bobby Bitch, due to being a member of the rap collective Pretty Boy Enterprises, which includes Belgian and Dutch artists. But you can learn more about the Dutch underground scenes in my own video if that further interests you. In 2022, Floor started expanding into more experimental sonorities. For example, he did a Mr. Rage remix which went hard, but that year he also dropped his debut project titled Insurgent, which went into the experimental plug direction. And as another musical highlight by Floor, we have his 2023 album Narco Story, which features many experimental plug songs, and the production here is very Perk 40 and Bulimon influenced. But a lot of Floor's records are self-produced, and he actually is making type beats on YouTube on the side as well, under the alias Banderworld. Overall, Floor 5K is still at the beginning of his career, but he has a lot of potential to go places in my opinion if he stays consistent and collaborates more with the Belgian or Dutch underground scene. Now let's focus on Nasty Orion. Nasty Orion is a rapper from Wallonia, so he raps in French, and his first public record is the EP Prisme, together with his colleague Flamingo Orion, which traces back to March 2021. His early records all fit into the ambient rap category, so Nasty was trying out a calmer and more laid back approach to rap, but then in October 2022 he released his first tape titled Demon Time, which includes mostly rage songs. What I like about Nasty's records is that most of them are actually self-produced, and I always have to respect the self-made producer-rapper hybrid. After that, Nasty Orion dropped the sequel Demon Time Part 2 in March 2024, which goes into the rage and also supertrap sonority. And my favorite song on here has to be Problems. And recently, Nasty released further amazing supertrap songs like Renegade or New Designers, so check them out as well. I really like the musical evolution he's currently undertaking. Other than that, Nasty Orion is a member of NKBB Clan, which is a collective of Belgian rappers and producers, so he is featured on their 3 mixtapes as well. And if you want to dive deeper into the Belgian underground scene, check out the NKBB Clan members. I especially recommend Plugg, Le Jean and Trapbonzai, who I am going to talk about next in this video. Coming back to Nasty Orion, he also is a part of the group Equipe Orion, together with rappers Flamingo Orion, Le Jean and Nine, and the collective made ambient and trap songs, but are not really active anymore sadly. Now let's move on to the next artist who I kinda announced already, Trapbonzai. Trapbonzai is a producer and artist born in Belgium who grew up in Luxembourg. Bonzai started producing in 2019 and he is known for his experimental funk production because he makes OG funk beats but often puts vocals from artists like Yeet, Gunu or the Migos over them, so he is combining old school with the new wave, which I like a lot. Trapbonzai's debut project Funked Up came out in 2020 and I enjoy this record to this day, and my favorite song on here has to be Codeine with Promethazine. Trapbonzai's soundscape definitely is influenced by DJ Smokey and Soudier, but Bonzai's new wave approach to funk music brings something refreshing to the subgenre, and for me it's still remarkable how a Belgian producer can make authentic US funk records. Coming back to his discography, in February 2021 Trapbonzai released the EP Fly Till I Die together with Avision, and in May 2022 Bonzai dropped Funked Up Volume 2, another great funk project. Since Trapbonzai is a member of pluggnb clan, he also regularly collabs with the other members. For example, he produced the EP Money Time by Flamingo Orion and Doc Delonte from December 2022, or the EP Papers by Flamingo Orion from August 2024. Both decent projects for sure. But since Trapbonzai grew up in Luxembourg, he works with LX artists as well. For example, he produced Beaucoup Trop Geeked by Trap Polo, and if you want to learn more about Polo and the LX underground scene, definitely check out my own video about it. Thus, Trapbonzai has a very international fanbase since he works with Belgian and Luxembourgish artists, but his OG funk records appeal to the English listeners and apparently also to the Brazilians, like we can see on this screenshot. Overall, I'm a big fan of Trapbonzai's production, and to diversify, I might mention more beatmakers on the next underground rap around the world episodes, who knows. And last but not least, let's talk about Chisa. According to a friend of mine, Chisa is from Wallonia and his earliest public records trace back to March 2021 on SoundCloud and fit into the plug category. So yeah, almost everybody today started out with plug records. Then he switched up his sound to a more rage and opium inspired sonority like we can witness on his album Luna from September 2023. Then again, Chisa tried out a different sound on his recent album titled 2014, on which he raps over big EDM and house hits from the 2010s. We have classic samples on here like How Deep Is Your Love, Hotel Room Service, Better Off Alone or Stereo Love, which Chisa remixes. If you are a fan of the 2010s EDM hits, definitely check out this album by Chisa, but as further recent highlights we have Lean On 2014, which samples Lean On by Major Lazer, and his newest song Blood Blood Blood, which samples the hyperpop classic Brooklyn Blood Pop. I really enjoy the lane Chisa is trying out currently. Rapping over EDM samples with hyperpop influenced vocals is an amazing genre blending technique that you don't see succeeding very often in the music industry, but Chisa pulls it off, thereby creating a nostalgic feeling, and I am hyped for his next releases. Definitely watch out for him. I hope that I was able to introduce you to underground rap from Belgium. In my opinion, it is a very underrated and fascinating music scene since they can rap fluently in at least 2 languages, and despite being a rather small movement, their music can be appealing for rap listeners from multiple countries and even continents. Definitely check out all the artists I presented today, and also take a look at the pinned comment for some honorable mentions if you want to dive deeper into the Belgian underground scene. And with that being said, thank you for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Cheers!